Hello guys, JW Tifa here, and I am actually starting a new Let's Play. One that I said I wasn't going to do for a while because I didn't have a lot of the game packs to Sims 4, and I still don't, but with the toddler update and now that I actually, hold on, back it up a little bit, I got my laptop fixed. I have a new hard drive in it and all this stuff, and so I finally got my Sims 4 re-downloaded onto the laptop again, because of course when my hard drive was destroyed everything was wiped and I had to basically start over from scratch. So I got it working, I got it all downloaded. It took forever because the internet here is really bad, so I kind of was like, I saw toddlers and all this excitement for toddlers, and I'd actually lost my Sims 400 baby challenge that I was kind of just doing on my own, like in my free time I was working on it, and I'm really upset about that because I was at 72 babies in like my third generation, so I think I would have finished it and it would have been fantastic, but now I have to start over, and I figured if I'm going to start over, and with toddlers being a thing, I might as well record myself doing it, right? Okay, don't want to introduce too much because I went ahead and set my timer on my phone, because parts like these sometimes I'll play for like 40 or 45 minutes and not even realize what I'm doing. Okay, also, my throat is like a little scratchy still. The weather down here has been super crazy for winter. It has been like super cold one week, and then the next week it's been in the 70s. So obviously my sinuses are not very happy. But we are playing a new crest. Yes, it is very bland right now. I've actually just put down some more like bigger houses because I actually downloaded her house off the gallery. I think there's a way that I can tell you who did it, and I'll try to remember to figure that out and post in the comments, because I really do like the starter home. This one was also found on the gallery, but I haven't got the chance to really look at it. I just kind of placed it down, and this one was in the library. It's one of those like Max's created homes anyway, but I like the prices of them. This is like 47,000, so as we move up, because this one that we're in now doesn't have any room, it's like a 1 bedroom 1 bath kind of thing. And then this one's a 2 bedroom 1 bath, and 3 bedroom 3 bath, and you know, all that. So hopefully we'll be moving up, and I'll be placing like some restaurants and like some kind of fun stuff to do too over here, but a majority of it's probably going to be filled with houses, because I do want New Crest to be full. And I was going to do all that on camera, or not on camera, off camera, but I was having such a hard time getting the recording set up this morning that it got to the point where I was like, if I don't record, I'm probably not ever going to get to because I actually got a new mic for Christmas. I think it came in like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so it was like really late toward the end of Christmas, but that's not working, so we'll have to figure that out. So now I'm using my old mic still, and everything's just been crazy. Okay, without further ado, the lot traits for this lot that we're on is bracing breezes, natural light, and sunny aspect. And I really bracing breezes had something about working out can kind of be hard, because I guess the wind's just so much, and I guess it's like in your face, and I don't really like working out when there's a lot of wind either. Natural light was good for painting, so I should have probably talked about the challenge rules, right? Okay, well, I am going to post them in the description, but the 100 baby challenge rules are pretty simple. Like, a quick rundown is that you are not allowed to work as the matriarch, and the matriarch is the founder or whatever, the first female sim you have to have, of course, to start the babies. Mine is Marjorie Tyrell. In no way, shape, form, or fashion is she made to look like Marjorie. She does have blonde hair, and I did go for the longish kind of blonde hairish theme, but she's not a recreation of Margaery Tyrell. I just like choosing character book names and stuff, and when we did the babies, I actually have a list already from the last one I did of a bunch of book or novel names and stuff, but I'll also ask you guys input, into the names and stuff. But I did create a Marjorie Tyrell. She is not look like Marjorie. So, yes, matriarch, you have 100 babies, of course. Your goal is to have the 100 babies in as few generations as possible. So you want to be constantly pumping out those babies. She is not allowed to have a job that she has to, like, go to. Now, I know the get to work rules say that she could have her own business, which I always thought would be super cool, but even the challenge rules will say, like, it's there's pros and cons. The children will take care of themselves mostly because you'll be gone at work, but it costs a lot of money to make money in a business, and you will be gone a lot. But you can do anything else, like painting. Actually, in my other 100 baby challenge, and I did it just because I thought it would be kind of fun and different, because everyone goes like painting and writing because they're easy. So I decided to go woodworking, and at first it was like, oh my goodness, this is the worst idea ever, because you make no money. All your creations make like 30 simoleons at most, and you're spending all day crafting and getting like hardly any money. But actually over time, we were rolling in the money. Her creation started making like 400 or 500 simoleons just by the creation when she got her handiness skill up. So that's actually something that I might do again with one of the other matriarchs or something, because it was actually really fun and kind of really cool to just make all those creations. But back to what I was originally saying, natural light is good for painting, so I'm going to actually make Marjorie a painter. Sunny aspect is also really good because after the sun goes down, they have the potential to be energized and inspired. So this place was just like a perfect place to really work on painting. It works for photography as well, but photography, I have not found a way to actually make money in it. Yes, you can make money in it slowly, but every time I've tried to like do the photography, and maybe if I did the business route, I think it would be kind of cool, but the money is just not there, and it's kind of slow. And I think her painting will be good at the beginning when money is so crucial, because later, once you get in like the second and third generation moms, you've kind of established all your money, you've kind of figured out a system and a house and everything, so you're generally where you need to be. Okay, other rules. You can only have a baby with one dad, and I'm gonna go ahead and load this in here because I want you guys to meet Marjorie now. Okay, you can only have one baby, or not one baby, but you can only have a baby with each baby daddy once. Now, if you have triplets, that's fine. That's in the rules as long as it was a one-time, thing. So, once you have a baby with him, it's over. He is no longer a suitor that you can have. So, you cannot get married, obviously, and you cannot move a boyfriend in to share funds with. Oh my goodness, it's so loud. I was having a hard time getting the volume right, too, because we couldn't hear anything from the game, and all you can hear is me. So if something's a little too loud, I'm sorry. I promise I'm hopefully going to get everything where I want it to be eventually. The first part's always crazy, especially starting it, because there's so much to tell you guys. And then, like, I'm usually having to play around with the system and the volume and all that stuff. Okay. But yes, baby daddy, then I have the aging set, of course, for the unplayed Sims. That way, of course, as it progresses, new baby daddies will come in and stuff like that. So, we're all covered there. Yes, you can only age up babies when it says they're ready to age up. There wasn't updates for, like, toddlers, but I'm just going to assume the toddler falls in the same kind of category, like you can't age up the toddler until they're actually ready to age up. But for children, when they get an A in school, you can age them up. So it actually really rewards you for spending time with your children and trying, to make sure that their lives are as good as possible still, despite being in a super huge household with a mom that's basically running around having kids. Teenager can age up when he gets an A in school. Young adult, you can move out and then have another baby. That's part of the challenge. You can only have 8 Sims in a household, of course. So you get to a certain point where you get full and you have to pretty much hurry up and get them raised up so that you can move them out. Teenagers can hold part-time jobs too, which I found really helpful in the beginning stages, but it is really hard to age them up then because you spend so much less time working on their school because they're gone all the time. The only jobs I ever allowed them to have was like the weekend jobs. Like my females were always babysitters, and then the guys were always like the landscape people or whatever, because those were Saturday, Sunday jobs, and then that was it. I think babysitter is actually Friday and Saturday and maybe Sunday night. So as long as I got their homework done and all that during the week, they could have jobs or whatever. So we probably will end up still doing that. Okay, let's meet Marjorie. Oh, sorry guys. I've been playing The Sims 2, and by the way, ugh, sorry, I'm probably gonna have to drink water a lot because my throat is just, it's just not wanting to work with me. I will be uploading The Sims 2 again. I think I've got that all moved and re-downloaded onto my computer. It was crazy. That was also super hard to do, and I'd been playing it actually on my husband's and uploading it from there. So, but I think he said he's got everything situated and he moved over the household and the family and stuff, and it's on my computer now. So I will be uploading parts of that too, but I've kind of got burnt out of it a little bit. And now that it's been so long, I'm kind of like, I don't really know where I was, so I'll have to go back. And I'm super bad about making notes. I actually have a notebook right beside me for the Sims 400 Baby Challenge. I'm going to try to be really good about making notes, and I'm going to try to remember where we're at. And I'm going to try to upload. Oh, I'm going to try to upload more regularly now. I did take a kind of long break over Christmas. My brother was in town. I never get to see him, so I wanted to spend a lot of time with him as much as possible. And then work started back for me, and work was like super, super crazy. I've been having to leave super early, and I'm getting home late in the afternoon, so everything's kind of crazy. But I will be trying to get a schedule back up and going of recording. And actually, I want to record another Sims 4 Let's Play of City Living. I know it's a little old, but I got the game over Christmas, and I've not been able to play it. So, I'm looking forward to playing it with you guys and really kind of experiencing it for myself. And if you're tired of City Living Let's Plays, that's fine. Don't watch it, but if you would be interested in watching my Let's Play, I will be recording a City Living one as well. Okay. So this is Marjorie up close and personal. Let's see. I gave her the family aspiration, of course, and I gave her the big happy family because that's super, with the rules, you're not allowed to cherry pick your children's aspirations or traits. But with the matriarch, the very first one, you're given some leadway to make it easier on you. So, of course, I always recommend go big happy family or romantic. Even maybe serial romantic would be something kind of easy to do that they would want to do. So, the only thing about the family one is that at first, and remember you can change your aspirations, so I probably should have went serial romantic until the kids, because now I have to wait for her to get pregnant and to have maybe a little bit bigger of a place. By the way, guys, I will give you a little bit of a tour. It's really small, so it won't take long. I love this place, but then when I downloaded it, I realized later, I was like, I really probably could have afforded, because we have 6,000 simoleons left. Like, this house was like 9,000 and something when it was all over. And I mean, it's really small, and there's, there's like some trees and some flowers and some grass or whatever, and that's like it. So I was like, I really probably should have tried to afford at least a 2-bedroom one. That way the first kid would have somewhere to go. But we're going to work that out. Don't worry. So, okay, yes. I already said I'm going to make her a painter. I have played her. I put her in the home lot, and I played her a little bit. And actually, we have a man here. I'm going to introduce him to you guys in a second. So her painting's already level 2, which is fantastic. She cooked. Her comedy skill and her charisma skill are coming up. The charisma skill and the cooking skill and the painting skill are going to be probably one of our highlights. Oh, sorry. Because the charisma skill makes it so much easier to, woo over those guys. Okay, so we've met Jeffrey. And Jeffrey is actually friends with us already. Guys, literally, I did play but it is the same day. Like, she moved in Sunday at 8 a.m., and Jeffrey and her are already, like, hitting it off great. So I'm like, girl, you got the moves, because Jeffrey is married. Now, Jeffrey is a notorious cheater, too. He's, like, literally one of the easiest Sims to get to cheat with you or whatever, but it's going great. He's pretty much in love with us, so we got him in the bag. Then there's Akira, who I met. Yes, Akira. Okay. He's romantic. We'll probably be able to get him and whatever pretty easily. The romantic Sims are super easy to get with, like Don Lothario and all that, because they're non-committal, and once you just get what you want from them, they're free to, go on their merry way and do whatever they want. Okay, I keep getting tangled up in my mic. So we met Akira. So after Jeffrey, then we have Akira, who will schmooze up, and we'll meet more men along the way, of course. I had her collect some stuff for money, so she does have a frog in her inventory, and I'm going to leave it in there because you can breed the frogs and get money and stuff that way. Okay, you have to start young adult, obviously. Why would you not want to start young adult? Because you want as long as possible, to have these children. Also, aging has to be normal, of course, and you are allowed to play other sim households that are on the same save file, but of course make sure that you have active household only with aging on, or non-playable characters with aging on. That way to make sure it's not aging while you're not playing or benefiting. So she's romantic, because obviously that makes it super easy. She's creative because she's a painter, so I wanted her to be creative. She's family oriented, and with the choosing the family aspiration, she's domestic, and they'll see their familiar relationships grow stronger faster. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all that we have to, and you'll see her outfits and stuff. I actually gave her 5 everyday outfits because I can't help myself. I think I did. It might have been someone else, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, actually, I think I gave her 2 sleepwear outfits and only 1 everyday outfit. It was the other sim. Whoops, getting ahead of myself. Okay, but you'll see all those. Actually, I want to show you. I love her formal outfit. And no, I do not have any, I think that this was just so cute. This dress was fantastic. I like Marjorie. I made her, most of my Sims are just kind of very like me. They're simple. They're even tomboyish a little bit. But Marjorie, I went out, she's got like earrings on in all her outfits, and bracelet or a ring or something, and usually a lot of makeup on. She's just very high maintenance and used to getting what she wants. So for a backstory for Marjorie, oops, hold on. My timer went away, and that's not going to be good if it goes off and I can't get it up. Okay. Backstory for Marjorie a little bit. She was used to like a nice upper class kind of lifestyle, but her parents thought she might have been a little spoiled, and they decided that they were going to cut her off from all of her money and all of her inheritance, and she was going to have to work for it on her own. Well, she had no skills in anything. She kind of liked to draw a lot as a kid, so she decided that maybe painting would be something that would be very fun and interesting. And she knew she wasn't going to be the type of person to have a go-to job. You got to be here at this time and clock in and leave at this time. She knew that was not the route for her, and that it was not going to work for her, being used to her lifestyle as she was. So she moved out here in this nice little quaint neighborhood with this cute little house that she could afford with the little bit of money that she had left in her fund before she was cut off. And she bought herself an easel, and she's been painting, and she's going to make money that way. She's also never really experienced love, so she's kind of going to be falling in love with these men. In her mind, it's going to be like love. They're going to get her pregnant, she's going to have a child, and then she's going to love her children. I don't want her to be like she's changing from this, because she's going to, think that she's in love with the men. The men kind of up and leave her. She doesn't want anything to do with them, and then her children are going to mean the world to her, and she's just going to basically keep having children because they fill in that little bit of a hole, that little bit of a void that she is not getting from her parents, because at this point her parents are done with her too. So that makes the story a little bit easier to follow, is that they cut her off from the inheritance. She was acting crazy and, not performing like they thought she would, and because she decided to not kind of help come back and take over the family business and just be like a painter and live off on her own, and then live this kind of not good life, like with all the men and then getting knocked up and stuff. So they pretty much are going to cut her off and she's going to be on her own. So the children are going to become a big part of her life, and she's going to kind of change as it goes. And I think it will be interesting because I'll change her from, dressing maybe so fancy and so nice to dressing more kind of basic, and then wearing a little less makeup, and just kind of changing as the whole thing takes place and becoming a different kind of person than she was. Alright, so, oh yeah, little house tour. This is the outside. Guys, wait a second. It's going to take me a little bit to remember how to play this game. Here it is. Okay, so up a floor to see the roof. It's really cute, just a really simple, charming. I love that it's turned this way. It actually does take up the entire lot from here to here. It's just turned. Okay, we don't want walls completely down. I love the bedroom. This little siding that's kind of on the inside is really cute. It's a small kitchen, but it's super cute. By the way, I always buy this trash can. This trash can is your best friend. I don't remember the name of it. It's the recycling one, though, where you can put the plates in and get money. This trash can is your best friend. Okay. Then, the kitchen, or the bathroom, is really cute. But like I said, it's just really small. Like, I had to put the easel out here because there was, nowhere else to put it. But this seemed like a really good location to paint, too. Like, I could just see her sitting over here, looking over at this river a little bit, and in this beautiful, neighborhood. And now there's that other house, or the other houses over there, and it's just really beautiful out here. And I think that she would love to paint. So she wants to buy a toy or flirt with someone. Okay, she will be flirting with someone, and she will be buying a toy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and save this right now. Because obviously my first goal is to get the fertility aspiration reward. That is definitely something that you should definitely get into first. Okay, now I wanted the walls up, but I did not play with the walls up, guys. And I'm sorry if that bothers you, but I just literally cannot. There used to be a plant here, but she needs some form of entertainment, and I could not there wasn't any room to really move around. I love this desk, and I think it looks actually really cute here. Like this, there's a little lounge area for other people. There's not going to be a TV in here. We're probably not going to be in here that long. And there's a computer for her to do entertaining stuff like play games and stuff when she gets bored. But like I said, we're schmoozing Jeffrey. Let's boast about the family that we don't have. I feel like she would probably just be like, yeah, I come from this wealthy upper class family, and, eventually they're going to let me back in their good graces, because at this point, she's thinking they probably will, and they might. I actually did not create her parents, though. I thought about it. I really kind of thought about playing a sim from a teenager, at least, to give her, something, but then I figured, if I do go with the rich background, and that she's always kind of had money, that it won't be so bad that she doesn't have any skills or any, experience outside of just being basically pampered and taken care of. And then as long as if her family didn't ever love her and want to be with her, then it wouldn't be a big issue. Okay, she wants to paint, but you cannot paint. We have to. I kind of want to flirt, but I'm kind of worried that it's not going to go well. But she's inspired. She's not really in a flirty mood. Ask a single. He's not going to be. He's married to Nancy.
Yibs.
Yeah, it's pretty loud in my ears, so I'm probably gonna have to fix that. Yep, married to Nancy. All right, let's throw down a flirt. If it works, it works. Nope, it didn't work. Okay. Well, whoops. I thought we were going pretty great.
Shabini.
Is he leaving too now? Oh, I upset him. Great, and now she's embarrassed. So we're gonna have to, maybe we can self-deprecating joke and maybe ask him for reassurance.
Naba. Tharg Ebso. Naba Ebso. Shusha. Dernoi. Dernoi plus.
I should have been doing most of the talking while they were talking. We did sell one painting, so we got some money from that. But like I said, we really didn't, it didn't end up costing us that much money. Okay, tell a joke. And really, I did play a little bit off camera because, oh, she did tell a joke. Oh well, now she wants to chat. Okay, so I did a little bit off camera because it's kind of boring at first. Oh no. Okay, she wants to send a text anyway, so we'll probably send him a text later and get him to come over. Anyway, yes, actually my timer was about to go off in 30 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Like, most general, boring, basic start to a Let's Play ever. I'm so sorry, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video, though, and I hope that you do stick around for part 2, which I'll actually probably end up maybe uploading both of these parts together. I'm gonna try to upload them tonight, but it might not be till tomorrow. But yes. So, anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this part, even though it was kind of sporadic and I talked a lot. Hopefully, by the next part, we get Jeffrey into our pants and we get knocked up and we get a baby and everything works out. I'm hoping for. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in part 2. Bye.